Welcome back to the GODSUccess Teach and Pray. Today's verse is 1 Samuel 12:23. I also want to remind you to please like, comment, subscribe, and share to everyone. Do you need prayer? Call Mount Jezreel Baptist Church for prayer. Monday, 8 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m., Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 712-432-3900. Code 679834#. Need a custom prayer? Send a prayer request to sisterofstrength.us. And the topic is why we should pray. Give God's command. This is yours truly, MC and engineer, His Excellency the Car, Director of Operations at GODSU, and CEO of Dakar Marketing Tools, an international graphic and printing company providing you with all your marketing needs to help you and your company grow. Our popular products are GODSU African American Bibles, magazines, banners, flyers, branded golf shirts, branded jackets, digital business cards, as well as printed business cards, and we turn your brick and mortar into an e-commerce platform. Without any further ado, our leader for the week, Reverend Dr. Leo Pickett, Chaplain, please take us away.
King Jesus lit the candle by the waterside to see the little children when they truly baptize. Honor, honor unto the dying Lamb. Oh, run along, children, and be baptized. Mighty pretty meeting by the waterside. Honor, honor unto the dying Lamb. Why we should pray. First of all, it's God's command. 1 Samuel 12, verse 23 says, Moreover, as for me, God forbid that I should sin against the Lord in ceasing to pray for you, but I will teach you the good and right way. Romans 12:12 says, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing instant in prayer. Colossians 4:2, continue in prayer and watch in the same with thanksgiving. 1 Thessalonians 5:17, pray without ceasing. 1 Timothy 2:8, I will therefore that men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands without wealth and doubting. Hebrews 5:7. This is an example of Christ, who in the days of his flesh, when he had offered up prayers and supplications with strong crying and tears unto him, that was able to save him from death, and was heard in that he feared. Now my next one, Luke 22, verse 32. But I have prayed thee, pray thee that thy face fail not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. Prayer defeats the devil. Jude 20, strengthen the saints. Revelations 5:8 glorifies God's name, and somehow we get to glorify him. But let me share with you, as my time is running out. Let me share this form with you. Somehow the Savior seems a little nearer when I kneel down to pray, and fellowship with him a little dearer when I kneel down to pray. I know that he will always hear me, for he is never far away. And yet he seems a little closer to me each time I kneel to pray. A secret place of quiet meditation increases all the joy of that relation. I tarry thee with Christ a little longer and rise to face the world a little stronger. I am Dr. Leo Pickett, chaplain and dean for Global Obed Day Seminary and University, and founder of LP Community Foundation, serving seniors through music therapy and health and nutrition. Thank you.
That's incredible that you are using this topic today, Reverend Dr. Leo, about prayer, because we speak and communicate with each other, but we forget God needs us to communicate with God. If we don't communicate with him, how can he tell us what he needs us to do? Remember, we're not prisoners. We're not slaves. He's not going to force us to do anything that we don't want to do. So we have to be in communication with him. And if we submit to him, then he will give us those instructions. But that's what I've said, instructions. God is not just going to sing you nice songs and you just rest and sleep all day. It's about action. It's about your definite purpose. Why were you born and somebody else wasn't? Why are you still alive and somebody else is dead? What is your purpose? What are you supposed to learn here? God doesn't need you, like without you, we can't go further. But God needs you to learn what you need to learn while you're here, so that the muscles you're supposed to grow, the lives you're supposed to touch, will actually change and transform you into the full human being that you're supposed to do and you're supposed to be. So action comes with prayer. You don't pray in a corner and stay there all day and expect things to change. You have to take action. You have to act on what God has told you to do. And God has commanded us to pray and to communicate with him. He even sent his son Christ down so we could feel even closer. You know, some of us are Doubting Thomas. Some of us are from Missouri. If you don't show us something that we can touch and feel, we don't believe it. So that's why he had to send his son Christ here, because many of us would not believe unless we knew that God in the form of man walked this earth, and he gave us that. And some of us are still doubting. And the only time that we really accept and talk to God is on our deathbed. Dear God, I'm sick. Dear God, I have this disease. Dear God, dear God, dear God. At that time, how do you feel when someone only calls you when they need something? You know that friend, Susie. Yes, I called her name. This is such an important topic. We truly need to change our mindsets. We truly need to change our hearts and make sure that if God were to take us today, and he was able to look back over the decisions that we made, that in all times we made sure that we exemplified that Christ mattered in our lives, and that we treated others as if their lives and their spirits and their eternity mattered as well. I am Her Excellency Reverend Dr. Diane Moore Eubanks, and I'm the Chief servant leader here at Global Obed Day Seminary and University, as well as for the provost of our Global Bible Institute. We have religious courses, but we also have courses on African studies. We have courses on Africana. We have courses on entrepreneurship. I'm also a licensed financial service advisor with Invita Financial Network, where we teach you how money works. We teach you how to plan for your long-term care. Guys, you're not going to be 30, 40, 50 forever. You're going to get older. You're going to need to put that in place. Your retirement, your annuities, how to turn your children into their own banks. I'm also the president of our United Nations NGO New Future Foundation, Inc., the Jamaica chapter, under the leadership of Queen Mother Dr. Dolores Blakely, who has been in the United Nations for 51 years. And so we're so grateful. Please to like, share, subscribe, and comment. So those 4 things, we need you to do that and listen to the message we have that's coming up. Thank you for being here. Please listen.
Global Ovid Day Seminary and University GODSU is a 501c3 interfaith e-learning Global Florida Department of Education Commission of Independent Studies approved degree issuing religious institution of higher learning under Florida Statute 1005.061F in Miramar, Florida, a suburb of Fort Lauderdale suburbs. Our curricula include programs like our theology diploma, bachelor's, master's, and PhD programs, which are designed for students called to the ministries of teaching and preaching. Program enrollees include pastors, evangelists, missionaries, and laypersons. Our additional courses: Entrepreneurial Studies, premier self-development courses on wealth building. We also offer a mini course for youth, the Junior Ambassador Youth Public Speaking, to gain professional and personal skills. Chaplaincy Diploma, Love and Spiritual Interfaith and Christian programs. Chaplains are trained, certified leaders attached to either a religious and/or non-religious institution or organization. Cybersecurity IT courses. Our licensed instructor has a 95% pass rate compared to the 30% national average for CompTIA accredited courses, such as Security Plus and Network Plus. 40% of our alum who've gone through our prestigious GODSU honors programs have also previously matriculated through their earned doctorate programs. Our alum include physicians, ambassadors, statesmen and stateswomen, icons and billionaires, religious leaders, titans in business, global philanthropists such as Ambassador of Ghana to the United States, His Excellency Dr. Bafor A.J. Bewa, Ambassador of Nigeria to the United States, His Excellency Dr. Sylvanus Nusifor, billionaire builder and dean, His Excellency Dr. Michael V. Roberts, former Maritime Minister, Government of Nigeria, Honorable Dr. Leke Olawale, President of Fraser Net and Fraser Nation and Power Networking Conference, Dean, His Excellency Dr. George Fraser. Our world-class and esteemed professors include Attorney Her Excellency Reverend Dr. Diane Moore Eubanks, PhD, Chancellor, Physician Dr. Eric Bizetsky, Clinical Health and Nutrition and GODSU Medical Expert, Physician Her Excellency Rhoda Makinde, PhD, Chief Medical Doctor, GODSU, Medical Missions, Dean Michael V. Roberts, JD, PhD, Dean of Entrepreneurship Studies, Dean George Fraser, PhD, Personal Development Studies, Dean Kyra Eubanks, Dean of Junior Ambassador, Professor Willis Eubanks, PhD, Dean of Cybersecurity Program, Professor Reverend Dr. Joseph Hickman, Associate Professor, Theology Program, Professor Imam Dr. Talib Sharif, Professor Interfaith Program and Chaplaincy, Professor Reverend Dr. William Blake, Theology Program Curriculum Development, Professor His Excellency Dakar Ethical and